kind of physical game on Saturday. Talk about what it took for you guys to control the BC run game like you did.
It definitely started Monday. Coach V kind of just challenged us all week. It was one of the rougher weeks in practice. He just wanted us to thud up all the scout team reps, which takes a toll on you, but it needed to be done. And I think it really showed the preparation that we had Saturday. I thought we were very physical at the line. Our D-line did a great job penetrating, and it just really opened up the gaps for us, and it just made it a lot easier than it is for other teams that just kind of play side to side. When our guys penetrate, it makes the holes very clear, and then we just shoot them and just give it the best we got.
How does the scout team simulate what BC had at running back? It's just sort of their style.
They do their best. They do a great job just bringing the mindset and the effort every day. We just kind of try to keep them encouraged them. They come from over here in Power Hour, so it's very tough on them, but they try their best, and we just got to get good quality looks. It might not be the best look, but it's just got to be quality. So they do their job, and we really appreciate them, and it really pays off for us on Saturdays.
How was your kind of game Saturday? Was it kind of just getting up there and being able to stick it to people?
Yeah, it was really good. I was in the box majority of the night, playing against the tight ends, man to man, and then just fitting up the run and reading the box, the guard and stuff. So that's a lot of fun for me because it's just different, and it's kind of what I did in high school. So just seeing the puller just kind of like, just riles me up a little bit. So I get really excited about it, and I just had a lot of fun Saturday.
From your vantage point, how have you seen Clemson's defensive line grow so far this season?
They've done a really good job. We were in a three-man front most of the year, and it kind of got them all tore up a little bit. So just having them just grow into and having that four-man front, they're really starting to enjoy it and have their little fun now. But it was a young group, and Niles and Jordan in the interior, they did a great job of getting them guys ready. Tyler Davis is just looking incredible right now, and our DNs are doing a great job, especially with XT that went down. A lot of production was lost from him not being there in the last couple of weeks. So just seeing them guys rise to the occasion has been awesome, and it's made it a lot easier on the back end.
How much did you enjoy seeing Logan get that scoop and score?
That's my dude. It was great. I was just thinking in my head like the song. Dun, 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 dun.
Chariots of Fire.
Yeah, that's all I could think about. So someone's gonna have to Chariots of Fire. It was great.
Vangelis.
Yeah.
You've had a couple scores in your career, and as a team you have 3 this season. You think you're one of the more opportunistic defenses out there?
I think just being around the ball. I think when you watch our guys, there's always more than one hat around the ball. So when you get that, I think that's, like you said, opportunistic. It becomes more apparent when you got more guys around the ball, and then tips or picks. We had a lot of tips this season. That's done a great job for the D-line, just getting their hands up for the quick game and stuff like that. So I think we've done a really good job just being around the ball, and that's what it just pays off, just effort. That's what it comes down to.
Part of the defense around here has been able to do so many great things for so many years. Is it any more gratifying this season that you guys answered some of the questions people had coming into the year and are playing at this kind of elite level?
I wouldn't say proving people wrong or anything like that. I think the standard is set from the 2014 team, which was the best defense we've had here. I think that's the standard, and we just keep on striving to get to that standard. I know we were the best scoring defense last year. They had like 8 to 10 number one places in total defense. It was ridiculous. So that's the standard, and we're always trying to get that standard or better. And I think that's what it really comes down to. Coach V just challenges us in that way, I guess.
Last night,
this could be the best defense that's come through here. Is that you feel like you guys have a chance to set that standard and kind of change it?
It's hard to see who the best defense is for Clemson in the past couple of years, because at the end of the day, it comes down to stats. Everybody just wants to know what the stats are, but nobody really looks like how the games are managed as a defense when you get stops and things like that. Because when you put in subs and stuff like that, things can get skewed in certain kind of ways. And so it's a really, if you want to talk about the best of the best, it really just comes down to managing games and things like that. So you got to take that into perspective. And nobody will really know except for the guys in these meetings and things like that. But I think we've done a great job so far, but it all comes down to stats for the outside world to see who the best of the best is. But we kind of know that we have an opportunity to be one of the best, and we just strive to get there every single week.
You mentioned the 3 down line sets and the defensive linemen. Could you tell that kind of bothered them some that they were playing so much, or did they say anything about wanting to play more forward?
They might have said something, but they ain't gonna let Coach B know. You know, they're gonna do what they're told, like everybody else, because he's just gonna put us in the best position. But I think they have a little bit more fun with that 4-man front. So I guess it's up to them. They can make the next couple weeks for them, or they can make it for us on the back end. So we'll see how they keep going.
Last year it was all about the front line, all the publicity. This year it's kind of been, boy, Clemson's secondary is out of this world. Does that mean anything extra to you guys? That you're kind of the leaders or the guys that are getting more of the pub this year?
I think it's just a different dynamic leading from the back end. When you got guys leading from the front, it's kind of more of the trenches, and that's what you see more often with the D-line and the linebacker core. But with the back end leading, it's just a different dynamic. It's hard because as a DB, you're just like really aggressive. You take no crap and all that stuff. So you just try to bring everybody with you on that. You know, it's just a different mindset as DBs. So I don't really know if that answers your question, but it's just different. It's a nice difference, more swag, I guess. You know, the D-line, they're kind of just big, heavy set, kind of sloppy guys. And then you got the back end, you got swag, you look good, you play like it's just different, it just flows better.
Would you ever tell Cleveland Farrell that when he was here last year?
I tell him that all the time. I said, you didn't have any swag when you were here. You thought you did, but your play just made everybody think you had swag. You know? Yeah.
The point you were making about the backups coming in late in games and keeping the stats where they are, y'all have given up some late garbage touchdowns late in games, but you were able to keep them off the scoreboard late in the game on Saturday. How much do y'all impress that upon the backups? Like, hey, y'all gotta keep our stats, keep our scoring.
Well, we don't really worry about it. Like I said, the outside world worries about stats and all that stuff. We just worry about playing well. But there is some pride because you don't want people to score on you as a defense. It's just a pride thing. So when that happens, I just kind of get in people's grills like, look, I mean, it's not okay to just give up plays because you're not prepared. You got to come in and prepare as a starter every single week. It don't matter if you're the backup or the backup's backup or the backup's backup. It doesn't matter. There's a standard set by Coach Sweeney and the staff that you have got to be prepared and play your best. And if you're not doing that, then you don't need to be out there. So if that's the case, just tell us and we'll stay out there. So if people aren't prepared, it just bothers us because we prepare so hard for those Saturdays. And if somebody else is in there, we expect the standard not to change. It needs to stay the best.
Tanner, how much do you guys know about Wofford?
Not as much as we've known about triple option teams in the past because the staff. It's going to be a tricky week because they do so much. It's very diverse. When you get teams like this, they just do so much because they just trick them, and with that scheme, it's just so hard. If one guy's out of position, it's a big play. So we've really got to be tight-knit this week and just have a really good week of preparation, and hopefully it pays off.
Does some of the work that you guys have done in past years against teams like Georgia Tech help this week?
I think these teams like Wofford and then Furman and Citadel, they do a lot more diverse stuff in their packages because they may not be as skilled, but they're a lot more diverse in their offense. Might not be as big up front, so they got to do different things to move guys around. So I think it's harder from a mental standpoint to prepare for teams like this. So it's going to be a very tough week for us.
Do you like these kind of games on the schedule? I know fans and outsiders want to point to, well, look, they're playing an FCS team. Everybody plays FCS teams.
Yeah.
Do you like playing those kind of opponents and seeing maybe from the other side that, hey, those guys get a chance to play one of the top teams in the country?
I don't know. I don't think it really matters for us. I think it's a good opportunity for everybody. I don't know how the money situation works, things like that, but I guess it's good for them to get money and things like that. So I think that's a positive of this game. But it's a positive for us too because we got to be prepared and focused. It's hard to win on Saturdays. So if you're not bringing your best, then things happen that you don't want to happen. Obviously with losses and things like that. So we got to prepare like it's just another game, you know. So it's very difficult, and this game is very demanding. And if you don't treat it with respect, you will get exposed.
Dabo last night described Logan as being one of the more respected guys in the locker room. Could you speak to that a little bit? Maybe give us some insight as to his personality and the way he goes about his business.
Yeah. He is very. He might come off as shy and standoffish, but he is very enthusiastic. He's just relentless, you know, as a football player, and I think that's where he gets his respect from. He doesn't take many plays off. But personality-wise, he's just ridiculous. I know y'all probably seen his Instagram post, Coach Stiff. His impersonation, if you haven't, you need to go watch it. It's good stuff. But he does that all the time. He'll send me these just ridiculous videos all the time of him like performing these skits and stuff like that. And it is, I'd love to share them with y'all, but some of them aren't very family friendly, you know. But they are funny, and he's definitely an asset to the locker room, keeping everybody's spirits up.
Dabo also said that he's kind of the Saturday's game was tailor-made for him because even though he's undersized, that he liked the physical aspect of going against a team like BC. Could you kind of address? I mean, is he just one of the tougher guys kind of on the roster, maybe?
Yeah, he's just one of them guys that doesn't really. I mean, he cares about his body, obviously, but he just throws his whole body into whatever he's doing. So that's just aggressiveness, using his hands. He uses his hands probably the best on the team, just being able to get off blocks and just stay alive. He is obviously undersized, but he doesn't lack any effort, aggressiveness, and that's just who he is. He's always going to give you 100% every single play. When you got some guys that are more standoffish, they try to play more smoother and things like that. He's just like gun-ho and real gritty. Just gets after it.
Are you aware of the lumberjack video?
Yeah. You got a lumberjack video, which was ridiculous. I think that was Mason's call, trying to get it to go viral, which was just. I saw it when I was still here, and when he committed, I was just like, "Who is this clown?" But now he's one of my best friends, and we have a great time together, and. I've enjoyed this season even more because of it.
Does he still wear jorts? Has he retired those?
I haven't seen him in them in a long time, but he'll bring out some crazy outfits. Like he has this. You have to go look at his Instagram. He's got this post of like some animal that somebody cut up, and he's got it put on his head and sitting over a mountain. Like these posts are planned. You know, in the leather jacket with the cigar in his mouth on the black stallion. Like these are planned posts. You know, he's a character for sure.
Did you give him a hard time about that video, the lumberjack thing, whenever you got here?
No, because I didn't know him, so I didn't want to like hurt his feelings, and, really tear it apart. So I just kind of like let it roll, just kind of kept my distance from him because I didn't know how he really was. I just kind of stayed off a little bit.
Jeff Scott mentioned the other day he's getting the same feel about this team as he has the last several playoff teams, to where you guys just seem to be getting better and kind of building toward playoff time. What is it about this team that you're able to do that, and are you kind of sensing that feeling to where you guys are kind of building to kind of peak when it comes to the the championship season?
Yeah, I think we were playing really pretty good up until the UNC week, and then we kind of got sidewalked, I guess. Be a good word for it, but I think ever since that we've gotten just a little bit better, and that's what you want to see in teams. When you get kind of stagnant as the season goes on, you kind of get little worries and things like that because you always just want to continue to get better because you know other teams are getting better, and that's how that team last year was. We didn't have a great start. I know a lot of people were tearing us up about the Texas A&M game, and that'll probably be the same case about this UNC game all season, trying to tear us down and make us doubt and things like that. But I think this team has gotten so much better along the ride, and you've seen that on Saturdays. I think when you get that, you get just kind of like that little, that little rise and that little joy in you. Where like this team is getting better, this team is committed to getting better. And with such a grind, college football is such a grind as a season. You think the last couple of years we played 14, 15 games, it takes a toll on the body. But when you just discard that stuff and just keep on trying to get better and just taking advantage of all the opportunities you get, it just you just get that little feeling. You're like, it's championship season, That's what we're in right, or going to be in right now in November.
Tanner, you were joking about Mason and and Logan a little while ago. With your brother, with Nick, during the season, how often do you guys communicate? If his team has a bad game, you know, will you listen to him talk about it a little bit, just to call him up and console him a little bit, or do you guys not talk during the season all that much?
I talk to him probably every other day.
Yeah.
Every other day. We talk about it. I always ask him how he played because I don't always get to see the games. Dad gave me a little quick update about it. He was all mad, you know, they lost and stuff. But you know, I talk to him all the time. I try to encourage him the best I can. He always gives me little tidbits of what they're doing and how he feels about it and things like that. I always just keep telling him, you just got to keep grinding. The college season is so long. You just got to keep on keeping on. So we talk about it every day, and he's a goof too. So we have a good time just talking.
Other than yourself and Terrell, maybe and Isaiah, this is kind of a no-name defense. It's people players that weren't heretofore unfamiliar with most of the fan base. How is it more rewarding that this kind of no-name defense is now done what it's done this season?
No-name defense. I think AJ Terrell's one of the top corners in the nation. I think Isaiah's the best defensive player in the nation. Kayvon Wallace is one of the best safeties in the nation. I think the fan base may get more names on the offensive side because this is such a high-powered offense. But I think it's just the way the media is nowadays. It's so all about offense. There's nobody really gets excited for a third down stop anymore. You know, you don't see it on ESPN. You don't see it on the highlight reels. So I don't know. I know what we have, and I know how high profile our guys are, and you know, that doesn't really bother us. I don't know. It just kind of tears me up when you see, like, we'll have like a shutout. Like we just had 7 points and we gave up less than 200 yards. But you don't see that on ESPN. You don't see the turnovers we cause. You don't see the stops we cause. So you know, I don't know.
Thank you, Tanner.
Thanks, Tanner.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. Thank y'all.